From this tutorial, we will start new series for AutoCAD Mechanical. If you don't have this AutoCAD Mechanical and only have this plain AutoCAD, then remember that these commands will not work in that plain AutoCAD version. If you want to learn to create mechanical drawings in plain AutoCAD, then link to that complete playlist is given in the description. In AutoCAD Mechanical, at first you will have to select template. Click here on this arrow. Here different templates are available as per different standards. If you want to create your drawing in feet and inches, then you will have to use this AMPowerErase. And if you want to create your drawing in metrics, then you can use any one of the following templates. Suppose I will use this AMISO.dwt. Then here you can see that there is M is written for mechanical below the AutoCAD symbol. If you click here, this is called as application menu. It contains basic commands for file handling. Then this is called as quick access toolbar. Then here name of the software is given as AutoCAD Mechanical and version is 2020. Then it has started a drawing name drawing 3 and .dwg is the extension of AutoCAD file. Then if you want help for anything, you can type here and press enter, and you can find detailed help here from this menu. And if offline help is not available, you can download it by clicking on this option. Then this portion is called as ribbon. It contains different tabs and each tab contains different panels in which commands are grouped as per its operations. Then this black area is actual drawing area. So whatever drawing we are going to create will be created in this portion. Then this is called as command line. Then some switches are here which we will learn step by step in the coming lectures. So this is the user interface of AutoCAD Mechanical. Then at first you will have to give units command. For that type UN and press enter. As we have selected AMISO template, therefore insertion scale is millimeter. That means the unit of this drawing is millimeter. Then from here you can choose different types for length. So mostly we will be using decimal. Then from here you can control precision for your measurements. Then we will be using angle type as decimal degrees. Then from here you can control precision for angle. Then click on OK. And if you want to create drawing in inches, then you will have to select here amnc.dwt. Then if we check here units, and enter. So here you can see that unit is in inches. Then in the case of inches, you will have to use engineering. Then it will show your distance in inches. And if you want to use fractional inches, then from here you can use architectural. Then it will show your units in fractional inches. I will cancel it, close this. So I am using ISO standard now. So first command we will learn about rectangle. Command name is AM rectangle and keyboard shortcut is AMR. Click. Then specify first corner point. Suppose I will click here, take your cursor away. Then here you will have to specify length and height of rectangle. If in your case these dimensions are not visible, that means your dynamic input is off. Right now dynamic input is not visible in these buttons. To make it visible, click on these three lines and here is dynamic input. Click on it. So here it got visible. Click outside. Here is the dynamic input. And if you turn it off, then these dimensions will not be visible. So to make these dimensions visible, you will have to turn it on. By clicking on it, you can make it on and off. And when it is on, it is shown in blue color. Take your cursor above. Then specify length. Suppose I will specify length of 200. Then for height, press tab, then specify height. Suppose height is 100, press enter. Then to make it bigger, take your cursor inside rectangle, then rotate middle mouse button towards monitor. Then it will zoom plus. And if you rotate middle mouse button towards you, then it will zoom minus. And if you press middle mouse button and drag the mouse, then it will pan it. We'll zoom it and pan it. Then to create center line, here you will find centerline command. Command name is AMCenterline. Click, then specify centerline starting point. I want to create centerline from this midpoint. Take your cursor there. So it is showing me the midpoint. Now this midpoint, or if I take my cursor here, it is showing me endpoint. Or if I take it in the center, it is showing me geometric center. So these are called as object snaps, and right now auto object snap option is on, therefore it is showing automatically. So here is that object snap option. As it is shown in blue color, therefore it is showing the object snap automatically. If I turn it off, and to remove these markings, just zoom it once, zoom plus and zoom minus, so it will remove it. Now if I take my cursor here, it is not showing me any object snap because my object snaps are turned off. To make object snap on, just click on this symbol here, so it will turn it on and it will show you object snaps. And if your object snap is on, still if it is not showing midpoint, that means you have not selected it. For that, click on this arrow near object snap, and here you can see that some object snaps have ticks, so those are selected for auto object snap selection. Now here already tick is there. If you again click on it, then it will remove it. That means this object snap is not selected for auto selection. Click outside. Now if I take my cursor here, it is not showing me midpoint, but it is showing me endpoint. So for midpoint to get selected automatically, you have to click here and it need to have this tick, then only it will be selected automatically. Click outside, then take your cursor to this midpoint and click. Now here you can see that it is not showing any prompts. If prompts are not shown near your cursor, then you will have to see here in the command line. So here it is written as specify centerline endpoint. So I want endpoint here. So click there. So here this center line is created automatically. But center line is automatically going outside our selected points. Now this distance is selected as per ISO standard. If you want to check this distance, you can type DI for dist, press enter, specify first point, specify second point. So here distance is 3. Then you can view this setting in options. To access options, click on this application menu and here is options command. Now here in options, these are AutoCAD Mechanical standards. Here you can see that we have selected ISO template, therefore standard selected is ISO and measurement is in metric. And here settings are done for different objects. So we are talking about center line. So here is center line. To change any option, just double click on it. So here you can see that overshoot length is 3 and it is as per ISO 6410-1993. So if required, you can change it here or you can follow as per the given standard. Click on OK, click on OK. Then in AutoCAD Mechanical, it creates layers automatically. Now here layer for center line is created automatically. We can check that by clicking on this Mechanical Layer Manager. Here you can see that AM7 layer is created with AMISO 08W050 center line. Which objects will be created on that particular layer, that you can see here. So this AM0 is for contours, that means boundaries and outside line thread contours all will be created on this AM0. Then center line, whole circle and all those other things will be created on this AM7. So these layers are got created automatically and all the settings has been made automatically. And here you can see that line weight is also set. For outside line it is 0.5 and for center line it is 0.25 mm. So that is the benefit of AutoCAD Mechanical. You don't have to worry about layer management. When creating object, you don't have to worry about creating the layer or changing the layer. You directly have to take the command and create the objects. It will automatically place it in that particular suitable layer. And if you want to view that thickness which has been assigned automatically to the objects, now here line weight button is not visible. For that, again click on this customization button, and here is a line weight. Click on it, click outside. Here line weight button is added, and to view the line weight, click on this button. So here line weight is shown on screen. We will turn it off. Suppose this is a plate and I want to create holes on all the corners. So for that, just click on this arrow near center line, and here they have given this Centerline Cross on plate. You can create only cross, or you can create cross with hole also. So click on this Centerline Cross on plate. Then specify offset of center cross from contour. Suppose I will take gap of 25, then press enter. Then select entities for border. I will select this rectangle. You can select as many entities as you want. Once you have selected all the entities, press enter. Then specify side to insert. That means whether you want to create holes inside or outside of this plate. Suppose I want to create it inside, so click inside. Then specify diameter of hole. Suppose I want to create hole of diameter 10. Then press enter. So here hole of diameter 10 are created with center marks and at the gap of 25. Then if you want to create only cross and you don't want to create holes, then to repeat last command you can press enter. Then again specify offset of center cross from contour. Suppose we will take it 20, enter. Then select entities for border. Suppose I will select this rectangle, then press enter. Then side to insert. Suppose I want to create it outside, so I will click outside. Then I don't want to create hole, I just want to create this center cross. So for that, click on this no hole. Then specify center line cross diameter. Suppose I will give 15, enter. So in this way, cross is created outside your plate. Then suppose you don't want these objects and if you want to remove them, then for that you will have to use this erase command. So this is not regular AutoCAD erase command, but it is actually AMPowerErase. So in AutoCAD Mechanical you will have to use this AMPowerErase command. This AMPowerErase is more stronger than the regular erase. Suppose if I click on this AMPowerErase and suppose I select this one center line only and press enter. So you can see that it has erased all the objects which was created in that particular command. And if we use regular erase command, suppose I will type E for regular erase, press enter, and if I select this center line and press enter, so you can see that only that particular center line got erased. So I will just undo it, and to remove all this center line cross, I will click on this AMPowerErase. Now I will select this center line, press enter. So here all the center line got erased. So in this way in AutoCAD Mechanical you will have to use this AMPowerErase and not the regular erase command. Then you can also create holes as per standards. Suppose again I will click here and click on center line cross on plate. Then I will give offset distance of 20, enter. Then I will select this rectangle, enter. Then side of insert is inside, click. Then specify diameter of hole. In place of that I will click on the standard part. So from here you can choose whether you want to create plain holes or tapped holes or external threads. Suppose I want to create these tapped holes, then you can choose again different types of tapped holes. Suppose I want to create through, click on it. Then from here you can choose standard. Suppose I want to create metric, regular thread. Click. Then you will have to choose size. Suppose I want to create hole of M10. Click on finish. So here hole width tab is created of M10 size. And if you want to change any one size, then click on it. Click on this arrow. Take your cursor to diameter and click on the desired size. So here you can see that you can vary that size later on also if required. Press escape. Then using this power dimension you can place dimensions. Click on dimension, and suppose I want to give length of this plate. Specify first extension line origin, then specify second extension line origin. Take your cursor below. So here you can see that it is snapping automatically at particular distance. So that particular distance is actually as per standard. So you can directly click there, then click on close editor. Here this dimension is created and it has been placed in its layer, and color also has been applied automatically. Then same way, suppose I want to give vertical dimension. So again click on first point, second point, take your cursor outside. Once red color is shown, click there. So these both the dimensions are at same gap. I want to give size of this tab. For that click on radial, click above, click on diameter and click on this green line. So here it is showing me the size and pitch. Size is M10 and pitch is 1.5. And if you want to give drill size also, so you can click on this white color circle. Take your cursor outside and click. So here is the drill size and here is the tap size. Then press escape. So we will learn dimension command in more detail in the coming lectures. I just wanted to give you some introduction for dimension. And here you can see that it has created these two new layers, AM4 and AM5. And if you want to check which objects are created on that layer, just click on this bulb. So here you can see that outside tap circle was created on AM4. And if I click on this bulb, dimensions are created on AM5. I will turn it on and click below. Then if you want to create hole at some distance from contour edges, then you will have to use this center cross in corner. Click on it. Then select first contour line. Suppose I will select this one. Then second contour line, this one. Then specify offset center cross from first contour line. Suppose from this first contour line I want gap of 150. Enter. And from this second contour line I want gap of 30. Enter. Then specify diameter of hole. So you can either create standard part or no hole and only cross, or you can specify diameter for hole. And you can also specify multiple diameters. Suppose if you want to create counter bore, then suppose I want counter bore of 10 diameter, and to specify one more diameter you will have to use pipe symbol. So pipe symbol is here above the enter. You will have to press shift and then select this symbol. It is there above the enter and near this curly brackets. So type there pipe symbol, then specify second diameter. Suppose it is 20, then press enter. So here you can see that two circles has been created around that center. So in this way you can create hole from two edges or from corner. Or suppose I want to create hole in this center, then there is one more option, that is centerline cross with hole. So for this you don't have to specify any reference lines, you directly have to give position. So click on this centerline cross with hole, then specify center point. Suppose I want to create it at this midpoint, click there. Then specify diameters. Suppose I want to show structure of some shafts. Suppose I have multiple diameters. Suppose I will give here 10, then pipe symbol, 20, 30, again pipe symbol, suppose 35, enter. So in this way you can specify as many diameters as you want, and you can create circles or holes at specified point also. Press escape to stop this command. And if you want to cancel the last command, you can always use undo from here. Keyboard shortcut is U, enter. So if you click on this undo, it will cancel last command. And if you want to bring back the objects which has been undone, you can use redo. So you will have to use redo immediately. If you do any work in between, it will not redo. So click on redo, so it will cancel undo. And if you want to save this drawing, click on save, then choose your desired folder and give the name. I will name it as AM1, then save. So it will be saved in that folder with that name. And if you want to close this drawing, click here on this X symbol, so it will close that drawing. And again, if you want to start new drawing, click here and choose your desired template, so it will start new drawing. And if you want to see previously created drawing, then you can click here on open, choose that drawing and click on open. So that's all for now. In the next tutorial we will solve some exercises based on what we learn in this tutorial. So thanks for watching. We will stop here.